Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what up? It's been a long time. It's been like 8 months. I'm sorry. We're here to talk about Bitcoin today. So put your seatbelts on. Long overdue discussion. Thanks for coming back to the video, by the way. If you have come back to the video, lots have changed. I moved houses. I moved studios. Got an entirely different setup. If you hear a noise in the background during this video, I also got, me and Lauren got a very cute dog. This is Nala. Nala, she got spayed a week ago. So that's why she's got the cone of shame on. But, not doing a beer today. Got my Bitcoin cup. I'm actually going to do a double shot with some Coke. So, if you can, join me. If not, I'll drink one for you. But let's talk crypto, let's talk Bitcoin, and everything in between. First off, I do want to say I have been quarantining in my house since Saturday. Today's Wednesday. Because I possibly may have COVID. So I got tested on Monday. Have not got my results back yet. Hopefully I get them by the end of the night or tomorrow. But without further ado, let me pour this drink and let's get right into it. I haven't done this in a long time. I don't even know if I remember how to do this. Sorry I went MIA. I didn't mean to. Just had a lot going on with moving and stuff like that, and I wasn't scared. The Bitcoin price was falling and I wasn't scared. I knew it was going to come back up, and it did come back up. It made an all-time high after it went down. There's one shot. There's two shots. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, okay? I just want to go over a couple basic things with you guys. First things first, man, I missed this. But today's Wednesday, so on Monday, I was so sad because it was January 3rd, 2009. The Genesis block birthday, the very first block in the Bitcoin blockchain, was created on January 3rd, 2009. And that 13-year anniversary was this past Monday. I was supposed to go out and party with a bunch of Bitcoiners, have some beers with a bunch of Bitcoiners downtown. I, for reasons told you earlier, had to skip that process, so I'm very scared. I'm going to have to wait for another year to do something like that. But Bitcoin's a teenager now. You know what that means. What did we all do when we became teenagers? We became bad, right? So, let's start us off from the top. Market cap, just barely over the $2 trillion market cap. 24-hour volume is 115 trillion. No. Yeah. 115 billion. Sorry, in the last 24 hours. I'm all over the place. But the Bitcoin dominance, 39.5%. Ethereum, 20.2%. Let's see what some of these top 10 cryptos are, because they have changed in the last 8 months since I haven't made a video for sure. Of course, Bitcoin's number one, not Dogecoin, not XRP, or any other coin that any of you guys think is going to be the next Bitcoin. Ethereum sitting at $3,500. Wow, that is a good price for Ethereum. I do want to mention that about a month and a half ago, I did sell one of my Ethereums to just dollar cost average and buy more Bitcoin. So I sold it at like $4,800. I've been using that just $200 at a time, basically every single day, just trying to buy more Bitcoin and accumulate more Satoshis, because that's the end goal, right, is accumulation of more Satoshis. Binance Coin in third place, Tether, Solana, USD Coin, Cardano, XRP, and then Polkadot back up at 10. So it's crazy to see Dogecoin at 12 and then Shiba still at 13. A lot of these coins, guys, even in the top 20, are so good, right? Crypto.com coin. They just changed from they put their name on the Staples Center. It's no longer the Staples Center, and they have a 10-year contract. They also have a contract with the mixed martial arts, the UFC. Chainlink is good, right? Uniswap is good. Litecoin sitting at 22. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you. $136 for a Litecoin today, cheap. I mean, I remember Litecoins at like, I don't know, $50 is when I was buying them, but like $136 is cheap and nowhere near the all-time highs yet. So that is something I've been heavily putting my money in. Litecoin, Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum, of course. Those are the ones I've been flirting a lot with. But let's move on to the charts. So I have two charts that I want to show you guys today. This first chart is something that I've been watching for the entire day. I've been sitting here, I've been working in my studio, and I've had this 30-minute chart pulled up, and within the last couple hours, really, the Bitcoin price started to fall down. It broke through this. I had a nice little support line here at the $45,000 mark, broke heavily through that. So we were at 46K previously. Before that, we fell all the way down to 42, so a $4,000 drop in only a couple of hours, and we made our way back up to 43K. So where are we at? Where are we standing? Well, I want to zoom out for you guys. So let's go back to the daily chart, and I'm going to switch this up. This chart that I have over here is probably a little bit way too complicated for you guys, but just in case you did want to see it, I do have a lot of resistance and supports. Of course, this is a resistance right now. Every line above where we're at currently is going to be a resistance line. I thought this blue line at the $45,000 level was going to hold us as support because it showed support basically since February. We've been flirting with that level. It did not hold. We broke through. And currently right now, if you see this pink line, we are on a crazy trend line. So let me switch over to this other chart here. But before I do that, I want to talk about, this is where we were, all-time high, April-ish, May-ish. And that's kind of when I stopped making videos, and you guys might have thought, dang, he's not making videos anymore because the Bitcoin price is falling. Not at all what was happening, right? And even since, I haven't even made a video talking about the bull run that happened right after that little mini bear cycle, and we broke a new all-time high up to $69,000. So yes, we're down from the 69K up to 43. Great chance to stack if you have not been stacking, if you've been waiting on the sidelines for a couple years or for a couple months and you don't know what to do. Not financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I would buy some right now. I'd buy a lot, right? And that's what I've been doing. Anyhow, let me show you something that's really cool, interesting. This is a trend line that I've had on this Bitcoin chart for years, probably since 2015, if I can remember correctly. And bear with me as my chart is going extremely slow. In the immense of that, I'm going to take a sip. By the way, this is the Bitcoin Cup, Virus and Numerous. On this side, it actually has the date 4/1/21, and the price was $58,800 per Bitcoin. And then as I take a sip, you'll be able to see my QR code for my public address. Down there on the bottom, one of my good friends, Bender, he made this for me. Now, check this out. There's only been, I think, 2 times in history that we've broken this major trend line. Maybe 3, but I think it's been twice. So, yes, 3 times. I have had this trend line since January of 2015. Let's get rid of that. February of 2015, this trend line has been in existence. And if you notice, this trend line, Bitcoin has followed since 2015 at least. And that's a strong, strong support level. So you can see back in August of 2015, we did break that trend line, but we hugged it. We stayed on it until we continued to go up and push back through it in October. So that took a couple months. And throughout that entire time, for the rest of 15, 16, and the beginning of the bull run in 2017, we touched that line. We hugged that line. It was our support system. It was our guidance. And then we had that blow off top, right? We went from $1,000 to $20,000. Came back down from 20 all the way to $3,000, and we touched it. We did break through it a little bit, but once again, just like in 2015, we hugged that line until we popped back out of it again. We stayed above that line until February of 2020, and that was the major COVID time right there. That was when COVID was getting rough. It scared the market really well. I think that if COVID had not have happened, I don't think we ever would have broken that trend line. So first, second, this will be the 3rd time that it broke that trend line, and it broke it pretty bad. It fell down low once again, back up to $3,800. Once he broke it though, where did it want to go? It wanted to go back up and hug that trend line until it broke back out of it. So, currently, where are we at? Too fast. Back in July of 2021, not that long ago, right? Maybe 6 months ago, we touched that line again and we pumped. Once we touched that line, we touched another all-time high right after that. So, what I am trying to say right now is that this is a very crucial level for Bitcoin. And personally, you can do your own research. You can look at all your own indications. You can do on-chain analysis if you want to. You can do all kinds of other stuff. This is a very strong support line for Bitcoin. It's held for 7 years now. And I'm under the impression that, first off, we're having a lot of fear. If you look at the fear and greed chart, fear's way over here. We're super oversold. I have the MACD on right now. If I actually get rid of the MACD and I pull up the RSI, we are very, very, very oversold. And I am thinking that we are going to touch this support line and bounce up. Could I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. But the trend is your friend until the end. And currently, it's our friend. So, keep in mind though, if it does break this blue trend line, if it comes back down to this $42,000 mark, which we could come down and touch 40K also. I'm not worried if the price falls below the line. I'm worried if the price closes below that line. So if you see a daily candle close below that line, we might stay below that line for a couple months. It might only be a couple weeks. It could be a fake out and it could be back up by next week, right? All I'm saying is that this is a very, very crucial level for Bitcoin. So I think that regardless, either way, we're probably going to see in the next 3 months, we're probably going to see a lot of volatility to the upside or a lot of volatility to the downside. But I think 2022 is going to be a massive year for crypto. It's going to be a massive year for Bitcoin. Definitely, in my opinion, breaking all-time highs this year. Yes, we're in a little bearish cycle. I would call this a bearish cycle. But we are not by any means in a bear market yet. We are still in a bull market until trend lines, prices, and events prove otherwise. But I just wanted to come on here because it's been such a long time. I wanted to give you a little bit of information. I have people calling me, hitting me up, writing me on Instagram, all this other stuff. I really enjoy that. I love that kind of stuff. I love the questions. I love the engagement. So I always tell you guys to leave me comments down in the description. But I miss doing this for one. Two, I am bored because I've been quarantining. So there's nothing better to do in my opinion than show a little knowledge out there. So hopefully you guys comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you have any questions, opinions, something about Bitcoin. Did you just get into it? Stuff like that. But I need to do a better job at making this more consistent. That's one of my goals for 2022. If you guys have some really cool goals, I'd love to read them and interact with them down in the comment section. But hope everybody had it's been so long I can't even speak. Hope everybody has an amazing day or had an amazing day. Cheers to 2022. Cheers to Bitcoin being 13 years old. It's the strongest computer network on the planet. That's not an opinion. It is a fact. And I appreciate you guys who are still coming over, watching the videos, and showing some love and support. So really appreciate it, everybody. Until next time. We'll catch you later.